It's true. Growing up in LA when I was like 13, I was real close with Diddy's younger son. I told y'all what I seen and what happened to me at Diddy house, and y'all finally finna see what the really been going on. His lawyer that he's done paid millions of dollars to fight his case has withdrawn from fighting the case. You wanna know why he's withdrawing from fighting the case?
On Friday, a surprising announcement came down. One of his defense attorneys suddenly quits the case. I'm Elizabeth Milner with Law and Crime. Now, this particular defense attorney's reason for quitting wasn't really a reason at all, making his departure a lot more puzzling.
Shortly after Diddy's arrest, his defense team grew when he stacked on 2 more defense attorneys to join Mark Agnifilo and Timmy Garagos at the defense table.
Oh my goodness, you guys, did you just hear what happened? One of Diddy's high-powered attorneys, Anthony Ricco, literally just vanished from his legal team. Can you believe it? With the trial breathing down Diddy's neck, his lawyer just up and ghosts him? Who does that? I am absolutely floored right now. This is sending shockwaves through the entire industry, and everyone is asking the same thing. Why would Diddy's lawyer abandon him at the 11th hour? It makes absolutely zero sense. Some of you might be thinking, well, maybe the lawyer just couldn't handle the pressure. But honey, that is not the case. This attorney is the real deal, a total beast in the courtroom. We're not talking about some fresh out of law school amateur who's in over his head. This man has handled cases that make Diddy's situation look like child's play. I'm talking about the most hardened, dangerous criminals on the planet. Are you sitting down for this? Brace yourselves. Osama bin Laden was on Richo's client list. Yes, you heard me correctly. This lawyer actually helped bin Laden avoid a death sentence back in 2001. I still can't wrap my head around this. According to my sources, Richo argued that the terrorist shouldn't face prosecution because he couldn't properly defend himself since he wasn't in the US. I mean, talk about legal gymnastics. The audacity. But wait, it gets even more wild. He even defended bin Laden's associates, including Mohammed Odide, who was convicted of orchestrating those horrific bomb attacks on US embassies in Kenya and Tanzania. And guess what? Richo's defense managed to get Odide a life sentence instead of the death penalty. That's like pulling a legal rabbit out of a hat when everyone thought execution was the only possible outcome. Let's get real for a second. Even if Diddy is found guilty of everything they're throwing at him, he's probably not looking at life behind bars, and he is definitely not facing the death penalty. Not even close. If Richo has this incredible track record of taking on impossible cases and getting results, I mean, he turned a death sentence into life in a case involving terrorism. You'd think Diddy's case would be a piece of cake for him, right? So what changed? What could possibly have happened to make this legal powerhouse jump ship? Something is definitely fishy here, and I can smell it through my screen. Have you all been following those rumors about Diddy's sons causing even more drama while Daddy Dearest is behind bars? I don't know about you, but I am totally inclined to believe it. The timing is just too perfect. Someone please explain this to me. Diddy's son is out here throwing wild parties while his father is locked up for the exact same thing. Is that stupidity, insanity, or what? The irony is just too much. I mean, didn't Justin Combs just get denied rentals for his parties because of all the chaos surrounding his dad? That's what I'm hearing, and it makes perfect sense. Who would want to rent their property to someone with that kind of family drama going on? Talk about guilt by association. Look at this report I found. An anonymous broker came forward and claimed Justin would promise small, intimate gatherings of just a few people, but then throw massive ragers that left rental homes completely destroyed. Can you imagine the shock and horror of the property owners? The broker said he would say, I'm having 20 people over, but there would be 200, and then they would absolutely wreck the house. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? Like father, like son. It's giving me déjà vu. This is exactly the kind of behavior that got Diddy in hot water in the first place. Those infamous parties that are now under federal investigation. I can't even believe the audacity. While your dad is sitting in a cell, you're out here recreating the very environment that put him there? Make it make sense, people. And don't even get me started on the other apple from that tree, Christian Combs. Remember after Cassie's bombshell lawsuit dropped in November 2023? That was enough drama to last a lifetime, but no, there's more. In April of this year, a woman named Grace O'Mara hit Christian with a lawsuit. The allegations are absolutely chilling. Based on the reports, she stated in her filing that Christian insisted she take a shot of tequila he poured while she was working as the yacht's only on-duty steward in the early morning hours of December 28, 2022. She was just trying to do her job, and he turned it into a nightmare. She said that shortly after she agreed, just to be polite, because what else can you do when you're trapped on a yacht with your employer's son? Christian's whole demeanor changed, and things got downright sinister. The vibes went from casual to predatory in seconds. She claims he forcefully grabbed her arm, prevented her from leaving the sun deck, and forced her to take another shot. She quickly suspected that tequila was spiked. Who does that? It's giving me the absolute creeps. But it gets worse if you can believe it. She alleged that Christian then proceeded to kiss her neck and face while groping her legs, breasts, anus, and her secret garden. I cannot even. The violation, the trauma. My heart breaks for this woman who was just trying to do her job and instead became another alleged victim in this horrifying saga. Here's another bombshell that might connect to why Richo suddenly jumped ship. After Diddy got arrested, the lawyer of Christian's accuser, Rodney Diggs, added fuel to the fire when he reportedly said, "The long-awaited federal arrest of Sean Combs is the first step for our clients receiving justice." The way he emphasized long-awaited makes me think they've been building this case for years. He went on to say, "We also anticipate more victims coming forward. We knew this was coming. The evidence is very clear, and it was only a matter of time. This is an important step towards justice for all of Mr. Combs's victims, including my clients." More victims? All of Mr. Combs's victims? That language is sending chills down my spine. How many are we talking about here? The implications are absolutely staggering. So could it be that Richo ditched Diddy because of all the overwhelming drama surrounding his sons? Because honestly, the reports we've been getting are absolutely disturbing. You have to wonder, did Diddy's sons make everything so much worse? There's that old saying, help yourself and others will help you. But it seems like Diddy's sons might not have done themselves, or their dad, any favors. Or is it possible that Ricco has seen evidence so shocking, so damning, that he can't in good conscience continue to represent Diddy? What could be so bad that a lawyer who defended terrorists decides to walk away? My mind is racing with possibilities, and none of them are good. Well, Anthony Ricco has finally spoken, and here's what he reportedly told the court in New York. He said, "Although I have provided Sean Combs with a high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs. There are sufficient reasons related to the protections afforded by the client privilege for brevity and my application for withdrawal as counsel in this case." Did you catch that? Under no circumstances. He didn't say it's difficult or I'm overcommitted. He said there are no circumstances under which he can continue. That is a strong statement from a legal professional. He's not mincing words here. The tea is that Richo's not spilling the actual reasons behind his sudden exit, and it's not because he's being loyal to Diddy, but allegedly because he doesn't want to say anything that might harm Diddy's case. He's hiding behind client privilege, which is telling in itself. Honey, that silence speaks volumes. It's not what he's saying, it's what he's not saying that has everyone's attention. No wonder people are connecting the dots to other crazy allegations swirling around Diddy's arrest, including those serious claims about his sons. The puzzle pieces are starting to form a picture, and it's not pretty. The timing of Richo's departure with all these other scandals can't be coincidental. There has to be a connection. And here's another wild one that just landed in my inbox. Some guy claiming to be friends with Diddy's son just dropped a video sharing his take on why Richo suddenly withdrew. You've got to hear this. The tea is scalding hot.
I told y'all what I seen and what happened to me at Diddy house, and y'all finally finna see what the really been going on. His lawyer that he's done paid millions of dollars to fight his case has withdrawn from fighting the case. You wanna know why he's withdrawing from fighting the case? Because he just got the court papers in. The discovery. Everything that's been going on in that house that they know of. This lawyer seen that and instantly said he can't do this no more. This man don't even want to be guilty by association. He don't even want to fight what it was that he's seeing in them papers.
Child, just as we said earlier about Rico's competence, this user pointed out that this lawyer has defended the worst of the worst. It's not about money, it's about his life. Most of Hollywood is involved. That last part gave me goosebumps. Most of Hollywood is involved? Are we talking about a scandal that goes beyond just Diddy? How deep does this rabbit hole go? And this other user said, imagine that lawyer represented bin Laden, then saw the Diddy files and was like, nope, I'm out. That really puts things in perspective, doesn't it? What could possibly be in those files that would make a lawyer who defended literal terrorists decide that Diddy's case is too much? I can't even fathom what kind of evidence they must have uncovered. The implications here are enormous. If a lawyer who's seen the worst of humanity, war crimes, terrorism, you name it, is running for the hills, what does that tell us about the severity of the allegations against Diddy? It's giving me absolute chills. I've been in this industry for years, following celebrity scandals and legal dramas, but this one feels different. The stakes seem higher, the allegations more serious, and the potential fallout more devastating. This isn't just about one man and his legal troubles. This seems to be expanding to include his sons, possibly other celebrities, celebrities, and who knows who else. And let's not forget, this is all happening while Diddy sits behind bars, unable to control the narrative or manage the crisis. His empire is crumbling around him, his sons are allegedly making things worse, and now his legal representation is abandoning ship. It's like watching a dynasty collapse in real time. Some insiders are suggesting that Richo may have received threats or felt that his own safety was at risk by continuing to represent Diddy. Others think he might have discovered conflicts of interest that made it impossible for him to continue. And still others believe he simply realized the case was unwinnable given the mounting evidence and decided to save his reputation. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. This isn't normal. Lawyers don't typically abandon high-profile clients on the eve of trial unless something seriously alarming has happened. The legal community is buzzing with speculation, and everyone wants to know what the final straw was that broke this relationship. But hey, tell me what you think. Has Richo withdrawn from this case because he believes Diddy will be fine with or without him? That seems unlikely given his dramatic exit. Or has he seen that all the allegations about Diddy are actually true and possibly even worse than what's been made public? And do you think the allegations about Diddy's son's behavior while Daddy Diddy is in prison have contributed to the lawyer's shocking withdrawal? Are they making an already difficult situation completely impossible to defend? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I am dying to hear what you all think about this mess. This story is developing by the minute, and I'll be keeping my ear to the ground for any updates. Stay tuned, because I have a feeling we've only scratched the surface of this scandal.